What is up, YouTube? This is Dennis the Master of Pain, and I am back with another Destiny 2 The Edge of Fate. Now, last time we learned quite a bit of information, especially with how much of a pain in the butt Nine can be, based off of the way she sounded from the other person being used as basically a mouthpiece for her. And so what we're having to do now is it looks like we have to travel back to where the one station was that we had turned on the power for that and stabilize it. So, without further ado, let's actually go do that to try and hopefully stabilize the path forward for us. The Nine are a pain, and I also will say Maya Sundaresh is as well. But we'll see what ends up happening in the grand scheme of things. There we go. That was close. Yeah. This was where we first landed. Oh boy. Okay, let's get through this. Oh, cool. Has a little cooldown timer, huh? Your sentry. I'm gonna go take that guy out so I don't have to deal with his crap. Good riddance to him. Another possible direction, apparently. Okay, that one was actually kind of funny. Okay.
Guardian, this is an emergency. The Ionian's energy reactor is on the verge of going supercritical. We need to shut it down, now.
Didn't y'all just fix this thing?
Since the Guardian shut the Vex quarantine down, they're figuring out a way to get to the 9 without it.
If this reactor melts down, it'll charcoal Kepler and wipe out anyone trying to hinder the Vex from controlling the Singularity.
Then no one will be alive to stop them. Find what caused this.
Time to teleport.
Wild hunch, but I think the Guardian found the cause of the meltdown.
Focus on the reactor. Keep the Ionian safe. Then deal with the invulnerable Vex. Don't have much time, Guardian. Fight your way through and disable any power nodes you can find.
Every energy plant has to have a supply of coolant on hand to submerge the core in an emergency.
If you can find it, I'll route it back to the reactor, Hero. Go!
We need to get the Ionians evacuated. If this place goes nuclear, the temple, the caldera, everything is squarely within the blast radius.
Damn it. The Ionians are too dispersed to reach all of them before boiling conversion.
Guardian, buy us as much time as you can. We'll assess our options. Lodi, do the Ionians have any kind of shelter they can get to quickly? Bunkers, or even a cavern system?
No, their infrastructure wasn't built to handle any kind of fallout. Even if they could survive, the explosion would trigger the Singularity's expansion. Kepler gets vacuumed.
If that happens, all of Sol goes with it. Outer orbits, inner orbits, we're all extruded.
Damn it! This thing's hemorrhaging coolant like a severed head!
I'm beneath the reactor. Its reservoir is cracked, but I can contain the pressure. Ophiuchus will just have to continually res me.
Ikora!
Don't worry about me.
I'm being a punchy boy right now. Oh, God. God, these guys just keep flooding in. Oh, God. I know one spot. go through that way, so... Not even there? Right there. There it goes. Nope, not this way, because that's the way I came in. Right, okay, I have to access this terminal.
What if we could get help? 3 wanted us here alive. What if they could intervene?
Temps aren't stable yet, but we're making headway. Ikora, you holding together the coolant walls?
Something's wrong. 3 isn't talking. Just flashes. Brooklyn, but everything's on fire. Is this the collapse? Oily rain? Heads tip back. People don't know it's irradiated.
Lodi! We're running out of time.
Talk to me, please. 3, we need help. It's just showing me things. An eruption in a tundra, a bear boiling in mud, in a forest of ash. 3, the reactor is melting down. We need you to help us. Stop showing me a meteor. Talk to me. Damn it! Why are you showing me this? Why won't you help?
Cut the connection. Lodi, Orin, find cover. We're on our own.
The Unknowable God doesn't want to help. What a surprise. They're just gonna leave you dying on repeat.
Open the door. Wait a minute. Take it, that thing's closed off. Where do I go? Because I'm not even seeing the whole system that it would probably lead me through. Unless the terminal is disrupted. Access it, unfortunately, unless I didn't do something back here. through a nerf herder, so I had to go through the other way. Oh. I'm gonna have to restart this one, because since it didn't give me answers. What do you mean in here? What, up top? Yeah. This thing is not being very specific on how to get there.
Temps aren't stable yet, but we're making headway. Ikora, you holding together the coolant walls?
Going. Buy us anytime you can.
Something's wrong. Three isn't talking. I just flashes. Brooklyn, but everything's on fire. Is this the collapse? Oily rain? Heads tipped back. People don't know it's irradiated.
Lodi! We're running out of time.
Talk to me, please. Three, we need help. It's just showing me things. An eruption in a tundra, a bear boiling in mud, in a forest of ash. Three, the reactor is melting down. We need you to help us. Stop showing me a meteor. Talk to me. Damn it! Why are you showing me this? Why won't you help?
Cut the connection. Lodi, Orin, find cover. We're on our own.
The unknowable god doesn't want to help. What a surprise. They're just gonna leave you dying on repeat.
There we go. Okay, now I know what I'm doing. Traveling along these is a little annoying. quite get a line of sight on that, so... Right there. Find a way into there. Not quite there. Possibly I have to go around like I did the last time. There I can't. Oh, that's it. Okay. I've noticed that there before.
One node left, hero.
Lodi! Are you alright? Louis!
That was the collapse. And then a little earlier. And then way earlier. 3 won't talk, won't help. They just wanted to show us disasters.
We've got something more reliable than a god. Guardian! My faith lies with you. If they won't save us, then we'll just have to save ourselves.
Agreed,
Oh,
Ikora.
hell yeah, sister. Now you get it.
That's not the way, huh? Much kills to extend that timer. Portal gun. Is that it? These guys dealt with.
The Nine murdered a mortal so she could be useful in her next life, and abducted her friend to use him as a puppet. They'll casually rearrange the life of the Guardian, but won't lift a finger to help. My role may be set, but I will not play it passively. I will hold a reactor together with my bare hands. I will move time and space to hold them accountable. And I will enact my future on my own terms. If the Nine want Ikora Ray so badly, then here I am!
There you are.
Your will is your own.
Hell yes! That's what I'm talking about!
You were underneath that thing, Ms. Ray?
Holding it together in there while the Guardian got it stable out here.
You always were a tough one. How many times did you die?
As many as it took to finish the job.
You've got everything you need. Split that Hydra from the reactor. Then, let's finish the job.
Understood, Drifter. down to half health, huh? I will not allow that. Ah, crap. Ugh.
You were underneath that thing, Ms. Ray?
Holding it together in there while the Guardian got it stable out here.
You always were a tough one. How many times did you die?
As many as it took to finish the job.
You've got everything you need. Split that Hydra from the reactor. Then, let's finish the job.
Be gone with a thunderclap! Out of my way.
With the reactor shut down again, how stable are the Ionians' power sources? Will the altar still hold?
It's not a permanent solution, but our efforts should have given the Ionians generators a serviceable amount of juice. The altar should remain stable, and we'll still be able to get through.
3's waiting for us on the other side of that door.
Ms. Ray, not to rush us, but the Vex are flocking to the Singularity. We should follow.
Nice.
I want answers.
As do I. You and I have come too far to not know the reason why we're here. And we're only beginning to understand what they changed for the Guardian.
Ugh. Should be interesting to find out. Hey. No scoped. Nice. Alright. I'm on step 26 of 31. Okay.
Wait, Guardian. Orin, hold up. I feel like the L train during rush hour. All of them are queuing up in here. The 9 need us.
The vote. Of course they want to do it now. I remember my own transfer. There wasn't much fanfare. So was miscreated. They seemed eager to move on.
Let's do this. You weaponized?
Guardian, hurry.
The 9 want to talk. Formally. And they're not too keen on waiting.
Yes. Pressed glass. Light shining. Standard procedure. Let them in. They're here.
Oh, good. I was worried they would start without...
Excuse me, sorry. Three.
Nice of you to answer. Quitter, your vessel is required.
You may borrow.
Your captured audience assembles.
Invitation to notarize transfer. Tonight the weapon answered.
Speak what 8 have spoken.
Quiet your clods and gases. We all have else things to be. But only one right now.
I hold the vessel. Old.
And new.
This quitter is an outcast, but still connected and useful.
This beautiful boy is the emissary to be. Paperwork permitting. And you, Guardian, you are the weapon we chose by right and trial.
The weapon guides the transfer on the edge of its paracausality to shroud this chained sequence, to fell Vex and parry prediction. Be ours.
Kneel! Kneel. And let your knobby quarks press the hadrons. Do all present here ratify this contract? Aye or nay?
Denial.
Predictable. My vote is aye. Obviously.
Emissary appointment, declination. Weaponized flesh tool, affirmation.
As you sustain us, you will sustain us. For accepts.
Yay.
Oh my.
Unsheath the weapon. But reactionary choices. Empty-seated. Nay to the emissary.
Stupid to ignore threat, arm ourselves. We never move without intermediaries. I to all.
Complete, abject, insulted refusal.
Ridiculous! 6! We are at war! 1 casts our vote in the affirmative!
This council sees the weapon loosed, but stands unmoved to ratify an emissary. 8 votes cast. 1 remains. It is required. Weapon, you are charged with seeking the final vote. 3. Our vacant gives you what you need.
They're both gone.
Never again.
I am gonna throw up.
Seek 3 at the altar. All paths converge, Guardian weapon.
Guardian, all the 9 seem to know what the weapon is for, but I don't have a clue.
All I felt when they were talking about whatever you were for was terror.
Was terror? Oh. I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. I wouldn't mind tuning for that. Anywho. Fun. Let's answer this
Guardian,
call real quick.
You have 1 new call.
I know folks speculate about my haul behind my back. But what they don't realize is, I don't know a damn thing about it either. Arnor called it an engine of pure potential. But potential for what? I never knew, or cared. Long as I fed it dark motes, it kept spitting out primevals, and that was good enough for me. But since we arrived here, that old hall's been acting real squirrely, like it's trying to give me the slip. I never thought of the motes we put in there as sentient. Of course, all the baddies you dusted probably felt some kind of way about it. But the motes themselves, I reckoned they were just leftover scraps from your target practice. But the way the hall's yapping at me, I think maybe they wanted to be dunked. And now, they want out.
Thanks for the info, Drifter. I'm on step 28 of 31. Let's do this. The message. Alright, 3. 3 is the only one remaining for voting yay or nay, apparently, for us being the weapon. What it's supposed to be, I don't know.
Lodi, before we get further, the woman you knew, what was her name?
Are you sure you need to know that, Ikora?
I want to know who I'm fighting for.
You're fighting for the most fearless person I know. And when we get to that god, you're going to ask him why they killed Dr. Nella Davis.
Dr. Nella Davis. That's her real name. You know what? At least I could easily combat the more pain in the butt flying rats with wings. That guy was very predictable. Oh, hi there. Get down.
The transfer was successful. My senses are beginning to settle. I feel smaller.
Couldn't help but count while you all were calling the 9, but, where was 3?
Absent. And I remember I know why. I'm supposed to tell you something.
You have your chisel, Orin. Use it, and find us clarity.
Oh boy. Do they already get in here somehow?
The Vex and the Singularity. Maya's goal has always been to return to the Golden Age. But a black hole won't get her there.
But maybe a member of the 9 could. She came to make a deal with 3. Trade the current age for the Golden Age?
A trade like that wouldn't be possible. The 9 can bring anything forward in time, but nothing ever goes backward. 3 would have told her as much.
Maya's echo means no isn't an answer.
This sounds like it isn't about simple refusal, though. It's a matter of physical impossibility.
When Maya spoke to us in the Gorge, she said she did what she came here to do. But we're not back in the Golden Age. What did she try to do?
The echo can compel, but it cannot force the impossible. We can't worry about this now, Guardian. We need the Archon out of the way. Then we'll deal with Maya.
Even right there, huh? Oh boy. Aha! I get it. Where is it? Aha. Perfect. The way forward has been opened. 10 stacks of the master. Okay, looks like I'm heading this way. Come on. Can't access that. Whoa! Nice. It's immune. There we go. Ah. I need the ability. First things first, though. I don't fully understand what's just happened. Aha. This must be the way forward. Great. Giant Minotaur. I love how powerful this thing is. Oh, I got crushed in there, apparently. Yeah, I know I'm going over, but I want to get through this boss at least. So I think that's the end of this mission. Overcharged somehow? Oh, portal gun. Nice. Only problem is, I don't know where I'm. Oh wait. Oh wow. I get it. I get it now. I forgot, at times in the past, some of the only ways to deal damage to any sort of Vex thing was with that gun. Dang, 16 stacks took that bad boy down. Of course there'd be a second Hydra. Oh boy. Ooh. is it? Oh, there it is. Oh, I get it. Chop that off. Nice thing is, oh boy! Oh! I may have to save this for another stream, actually, because it's gone over. Well, next time we do this, we're gonna get this boss beaten. So, hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget about liking and subscribing, and also don't forget that bell notification, so that way you're notified when I upload a new video. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, little demons.